Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to this very important and big event. I hope with a huge international impact to the research, science and education and child care. I would like to have my little input to this conference and congress with a topic related to children's emotions. Let me introduce you to math anxiety and math resilience in updated current academic research and educational practice. Why math anxiety? It could be other topics anxiety, but math is specific. Math is complex, math is coherent, math is incremental, math is also internally linked as knowledge. So it's a bit more complicated in terms of structure than other domain. Also, in math, you usually have the answer related. So answer is right and wrong. So it means that you may experience some unpleasant emotions when you're wrong, when you're not right. Problem solving is also problem. So if it comes to problem is usually also the difficulty. So with the difficulty, it's not always nice and easy. You may experience failure, and this is why you may experience more unpleasant emotions. Math anxiety is then unpleasant emotion related to math problems solving and is definitely not conducive to the logical thinking of the students. According to the research, there are a few types of math anxiety. It could be fear about learning mathematics, so we call it learning math anxiety, but it could be also fear related to exams, so it's more common, test math anxiety. It could be as well anxiety related to numbers. When you think about numbers, when you think, oh, this is mathematics, you feel scared and you feel anxious and you just can't think logically. So it's number math anxiety. And there could be also, although it's not established in the research yet, math teacher anxiety, because from the experience of the students, it seems like math teacher could be also a source of anxiety. It's basically everyday life math anxiety as a specific type as well, but it also, all of those above anxieties could lead to everyday math anxiety. That one will be more common for adults grown up already, but it's related to a life that involves plenty of mathematics, like calculating the amount of change when shopping, when giving tip in the restaurant, when you see any discount, how much less you pay, or price differences to compare, tax, bank interest, and so far. So you may be afraid of those operations because you've got math anxiety. There are different sources of math anxiety. Usually, you start with negative social attitudes towards mathematics. Early negative experience with mathematics at school may also play a big role and have an impact to your emotions related to mathematics. There are also educational stereotypes, especially the one saying that mathematics is the domain of men, not the women. So it would mean, and some people, some teachers also believe in this stereotype, that if you're a girl, you may not be that good in mathematics because mathematics is the domain of men. And if you're a female again, opposite, you may think, oh, I'm not good in mathematics, I never be. So that may gives you extra emotions to mathematics. Educational system, which is usually in many countries behaviorist rather than constructivist, could also lead to some anxiety in mathematics and some personality factors too. There are consequences of math anxiety. on different levels. So cognitive level usually shows, and this is based on the research, decrease in working memory capacity. And part of this working memory is occupied by nagging thoughts. And this working memory is very important for calculation, for mental calculation especially. So you usually work mathematically, but in greater cognitive costs. There is also attention control deficit because you control part of your mind, controls the anxiety, thoughts, worries. It could be decreased in fluency of speech and logical thinking if it comes to explain the way of your thinking in front of the teacher. There are also behavioral signs of math anxiety, like escaping from avoiding math lessons, escaping from anything related to mathematics, math tasks, math tests, and decrease in efficiency of task solving. There are as well distance effects of math anxiety, like global avoidance. So you design your life in such a pathway that you won't need to meet up again with mathematics. So basically, you avoid situation when there is anything related to mathematics. It could be as a consequence that you don't appreciate mathematics, you just don't value it. You underestimate mathematics in everyday life as this is not important. I can survive without mathematics. Avoidance of courses related to mathematics, sometimes it's quite difficult. For instance, psychology students may avoid mathematics, but eventually they come across statistics at their psychology course and they struggle a lot with that one. Negative attitudes towards mathematics and teachers of the subjects could be also as a consequence of the math anxiety and sense of lack of math competence during life. Math anxiety could be related to math achievement, and it's quite important in school children, school students to analyze this. And this is based on research, evidence-based information about three kinds of theories, concept, and hypotheses, how those two, math anxiety and math achievement, could be related. So the directions are actually all possible. So first is the deficit hypothesis, and it shows the relation towards from low math achievement to high math anxiety. And it's quite obvious. When you've got low math achievement, you're afraid of having more problems. The other one is less logical, but it is quite well proved in the research that when you've got high math anxiety, it may decrease your math achievement. Some students have got high math anxiety and they may not be as bad in mathematics, but they want very badly to have the maximum result, and they may have the low one because of this emotion as well. And the third hypothesis and approach shows the cycle of it. So the relation between those two variables, math anxiety and math achievement, is quite both way working. So math achievement, if it's low, increases math anxiety, and math anxiety, which is high, may decrease math achievement. In psychosocial context, coming to the practice of math anxiety information, the psychological context of prevention is quite important. So it's not only the teacher or the student related to the topic of math anxiety, it's the whole group of people who are involved, and there is a place for them. So firstly, parents. They are supposed to inspire mathematically students and their teachers first in play, positive attitudes without pressure to mathematics. Second group, they are teachers of preschool and early childhood education, and the positive attitudes, their attitude towards mathematics and useful topic, useful value and domain, and this kind of arousing curiosity instead of unconscious transmission of mathematic anxiety, because the research also show that there is transmission. Those teachers who are afraid of mathematics may transmit unconsciously this fear to the students, especially early education students, and especially the girls. So this is quite important. And the next group are mathematical teachers. So on the next level, where the mathematics is taught as a separate topic, subject, the teachers also could be those who increase or decrease or have influence to decreasing or increasing math anxiety. And we also want those who will decrease math anxiety rather than increase them. Psychologists and educators are also those two groups important if it comes to support children and teachers and parents to be more happy and flexible and effective, efficient in mathematical lessons. Another subject related to math anxiety is mathematical resilience. It's a quite new subject, new topic, new term as well, that is related to the ability to maintain positive emotions related to mathematics despite difficulties experienced by children when solving mathematical problems in the process of learning mathematics. So the first model, obviously, the model is related to the general mental resilience, and the next kind of level of resilience is school or academic resilience, and within these brackets, mathematical resilience is quite a narrow but also a relevant term. The first model was designed by Claire Lee and Sue Johnston Wilder. And I presented this model in my book, published in Polish, Math Anxiety, which obviously I recommend for those who are more interested in the topic of math anxiety. And the model shows that math resilience is based on 4 different pillars related to education. So first pillar is about mindset in education, and especially growth mindset by Carol Dweck and head theory. So to develop mindset in terms of growth mindset is very important base and foundation for math resilience. The second pillar and line in this background of math resilience is educational optimism. So the theory and concept of Martin Seligman. The third line is related to self-efficacy. So the more we build self-efficacy based on Albert Bandura theories, the more the student would have resilience and math resilience too. And motivation, this term is especially presented in this model based on self-determination theory by Deshi and Ryan. So it is quite important to develop the autonomic motivation rather than external motivation. So the more autonomic motivation the student will have, the more resilience they would be. Obviously, the next level underneath is social level. So in this model, families, students, and teachers are quite connected together to support student as such and to force and reinforce more growth mindset, optimism, self-efficacy, and autonomic motivation. And as a result, in the model, we've got 3 dimensions of mathematical resilience related to value of mathematics, thinking about difficulty in mathematics, and thinking about students' personal potential of growth in mathematics with support from the adults, from teachers. And here we've got the kind of model of helping children and seeing their problems in mathematics. So comfort is a comfort zone when students are good in mathematics and they can solve certain problems, but they don't grow, they don't develop. If the problems are too difficult, they come to the red zone, which is anxiety zone, which is not good because they struggle emotionally and they can't develop neither. So the best is the red circle. We need to keep the children there, students, because there is the zone, the sphere between those two circles, and it's place for growth. To take home message, I would sum up that math resilience is a skill worth developing in 21st century education in order to overcome math anxiety and achieve success in learning mathematics. So to avoid math anxiety is quite impossible, but to support those students who present and developed math anxiety by shaping their math resilience would be quite crucial. Thank you very much for your attention. And if any questions, any topics, discussion, reflections, please email me. Bye-bye.